Something happened at my workplace last week that I have not been able to stop thinking about.
Tell me.
Our company announced an AI transformation strategy. Town hall, slides. The word efficiency appeared about 40 times. The word people appeared twice.
How did people respond?
Mostly quiet. People eating lunch by themselves afterward. Conversations in low voices that stop when someone new enters the room. The particular silence of a team that is worried but does not feel safe saying so.
I had a different moment, but it landed in the same place. My son is 10. Last Tuesday, he looked up from his tablet, completely out of nowhere, and asked, "Mom, are robots going to take people's jobs?" And I just sat there for a moment because I did not want to lie to him, and I did not want to scare him, and I was not sure I had an answer that was both honest and something a 10-year-old could hold.
What did you tell him?
I said something about how technology changes jobs more than it removes them, which is partly true, but I did not feel like I had given him a real answer. I had given him a managing answer.
After 3 episodes of this series, we have built something important together. We know the wave is real. We can think critically about specific claims. We understand how professional work is being decomposed, which tasks go to machines, and which require the human.
But we have not yet answered the question a 10-year-old and a worried workplace both need answered. What does the new world actually look like? Not the problem, the picture.
Today's book gives us that picture. Human plus Machine, Reimagining Work in the Age of AI, updated and expanded edition, published September 2024. Written by Paul Daugherty, who founded Accenture's AI business, and H. James Wilson from Accenture Research. Based on research across 1,500 organizations.
Their finding is the most useful thing this series has to offer. The companies getting the most from AI are not the ones replacing people. They are the ones redesigning how people and machines work together. The collaboration is not a consolation prize. It is where the most valuable work happens.
Welcome back to Book Takeaways for Professional Growth Podcast. This is the most hopeful episode in the series on AI and the future of careers. And it is also the most concrete. I am Marcus.
And I'm Sophia. Episode 4 of 7. We have moved from reality check to critical thinking to structural change in professions. This episode provides the vision of what collaboration between humans and machines actually looks like, which makes episodes 5 and 6 on raising children and leading yourself significantly more powerful. The picture is almost complete.
Segment 1. The Pain. Will there be a meaningful place for people in the future of work? Let us name the fear underneath both of those moments we just described.
It is not just AI takes jobs. That framing is too simple. The real fear is, will there be a meaningful place for people in the future of work? Not just employment, meaning contribution, the sense that what I do matters and that my skills are genuinely needed.
And for parents, that fear extends immediately to their children. Not just, will there be a job, but will there be dignity in the work? Will they build something real? Will what they develop as people actually be valued?
Daugherty and Wilson open with a clear diagnosis of why so many people are stuck. The conversation about AI and work is trapped in a false choice. Either AI takes over and humans become redundant, or we resist AI and fall behind. Both of those framings are wrong, and both lead to bad decisions.
The parents who push their children away from anything AI-related out of fear are in the second trap. The companies that use AI to cut headcount without redesigning the work are in the first. Both miss the actual opportunity,
which is collaboration, designed deliberately, and which, when it is done well, produces something that neither human nor machine could achieve alone.
The 2024 updated edition of this book adds something the original could not. A direct reckoning with generative AI, the kind that produces text, images, and code from plain language, and what it means for a large share of all work activity, which can now be augmented, automated, or reinvented.
This is what is happening, and the question this book answers is, what does the human do with what remains and with the tools that expand what human work can achieve?
Segment 2. The Key Takeaways.
Takeaway 1, the missing middle, where the most valuable work happens.
The central concept of the book. Most discussions about AI and work focus on two extremes: things AI handles entirely and things that remain fully human. The missing middle is everything in between, and it is where the biggest gains are.
Let me make this specific with the kind of example the book uses. Think of an experienced nurse, 15 years of practice, the ability to sense when a patient is declining before the data catches up.
Now, the hospital introduces AI that monitors 50 patient signals simultaneously and alerts the team to emerging risks around the clock. Is the nurse replaced?
No, she is amplified. The machine handles the constant monitoring that would have exhausted her. She focuses on what only she can do: the frightened patient who needs real human understanding, the judgment call that years of experience makes possible, the ethical decision that requires knowing this specific person, not just their data.
That is the missing middle. The machine takes the routine. The human leads the meaningful. And in the best organizations, those two things are designed to reinforce each other.
The book finds this pattern across law, finance, education, manufacturing, architecture. It is not unique to healthcare. It is the shape of how valuable work is being redesigned everywhere.
Takeaway 2. 6 hybrid roles. What the missing middle actually looks like. Daugherty and Wilson make this very concrete. They identify 6 types of roles that are growing in what they call the missing middle. Not job titles, but patterns of contribution.
3 of these are human roles, ways people help AI systems work better, and 3 are ways machines extend what humans can do.
The 3 human roles are very clear. Trainers, people who teach AI systems how to behave well using real expertise and real-world judgment. Explainers, people who translate AI outputs into language others can understand and trust. Sustainers, people who monitor systems over time, watching for errors, bias, and drift.
And the 3 ways machines extend human work. Amplifiers, where AI helps you do more than you could on your own. Interactors, where AI helps you engage with systems, environments, or data in new ways. Embodiers, AI systems that act in the physical world, like robots working alongside people.
What is striking about the first 3, trainers, explainers, sustainers, is that they all depend on real expertise. You cannot train an AI well if you do not understand the field. You cannot explain something you do not understand yourself.
And this is where we need to be precise about last week's episode. In the Future of the Professions book, the authors did not name these roles directly. What they showed us is that professional work is being broken into smaller tasks and redistributed between humans and machines.
What this book does is take the next step. It names the kinds of human roles that start to emerge from that breakdown.
So when you put the two together, the picture becomes clearer. Work is decomposed and then recomposed in new ways. And in that recomposition, these human roles become more visible.
For parents, this matters a lot because it shifts the question. Not which job is safe, but how will my child contribute when working alongside intelligent systems?
And for professionals listening, it gives you something practical. Look at your work. Where are you already acting as a trainer, an explainer, a sustainer? Those are not future roles. They are already here, just not always named clearly.
Takeaway 3. The skills that make this collaboration work.
So, if this is the new shape of work, humans and machines working together, the next question is simple. What do people need to be good at?
The book does not give us a short list with neat labels, but it is very clear on one idea. The people who get the most value from AI are not the ones with the best tools. They are the ones who know how to work with those tools well.
We can make that practical by focusing on 3 skills you can actually use.
First, asking better questions. Working well with AI starts with how you instruct it, giving context, being specific, asking for more than one option, checking the result instead of accepting the first answer.
Second, keeping your judgment in the loop. AI can generate strong answers, but it does not carry responsibility. You do. So the skill is not just getting output, it is deciding what to trust, what to change, and what not to use at all.
Third, learning with the system over time. The relationship improves when you refine how you use it. You give better input, you understand its limits, you notice patterns. It becomes less like a tool you try once and more like something you get better at working with.
These are not technical skills. They are thinking skills, and they are available to anyone willing to practice them.
For parents, this is helpful because these are things you can start building now. Encourage your child to ask better questions, to check answers, not just accept them, to treat tools as something to learn with, not something to depend on blindly.
And for professionals, this is where a lot of the advantage already is. Not in having access to AI, most people already do, but in how well you use it.
Takeaway 4. Augmentation is a strategic choice, not an automatic outcome. One of the most important practical insights in the book. The companies finding the missing middle are not the ones that deployed AI and hoped for the best. They are the ones that deliberately redesigned how work gets done.
The wrong question, how do we automate this process? That leads to cutting human steps and replacing them with machine steps.
The right question, how do we redesign this work so humans and machines each contribute what they do best? That leads to discovering new capabilities that neither could reach alone.
For professionals managing their own careers, apply this same question to your role. Not, which of my tasks will be automated, but how could I redesign what I do so that AI makes me more capable, not less necessary?
And for parents, that question, how do I contribute what only I can, is the most valuable career orientation we can help our children develop. Not a specific job, a way of positioning themselves in any job.
Segment 3. Action this week. Hold this as we turn to action. The missing middle is not theoretical. It is where the most durable careers will live, and every action in this series points toward it.
3 actions.
Action 1. Map your own missing middle. Take 3 of your most important responsibilities. For each, what part could AI support? What part genuinely needs your human judgment, experience, or relationships? The second part is your missing middle. That is where your value is concentrating.
Action 2. Practice one fusion skill this week. Use AI for a real task, not email, something that actually matters. Apply your own judgment before acting on anything it produces. Notice the difference between what it gave you and what you did with it. That gap is where your skill lives.
Action 3. Answer your child's question. If they ask about robots and jobs, try this. The most valuable work in the future will be the work that combines human judgment with powerful tools. The people who do that best will be the ones who understand both. And that's what we're helping you learn. Not a managing answer, an honest one.
Closing and what's next. Human plus Machine gives this series its most hopeful chapter. Not because it removes the difficulty, it does not, but because it shows, with real examples, what the future of work can look like when it is designed well.
Not humans versus machines, humans and machines, working together in what the book calls the missing middle.
And in that space, two things become clear. First, the kinds of roles people play: trainer, explainer, sustainer. Not fixed job titles, but ways of contributing when working with intelligent systems.
Second, the skills that make those roles effective. Asking better questions, keeping your judgment in the loop, learning how to work with the system over time.
When you put those together, the picture becomes more stable. The future is not just about what jobs exist. It is about how people contribute and how well they work with the tools around them.
For parents, that changes the conversation. Not which path is safe, but what kind of contributor is my child becoming?
And for professionals, it brings the question closer. Where in your work are you already acting as a trainer, an explainer, or a sustainer? And how well are you developing the skills that support those roles?
4 episodes in, the picture is clearer. Work is being broken apart and then rebuilt, with humans and machines working together.
Next, we turn to the question many of you have been waiting for since episode 1.
How do you actually raise a child who will thrive in that kind of world?
Episode 5, Range by David Epstein. It will change how you think about your child's development, and very likely your own.
The most parent-focused episode in the series. We think it will bring you real relief. Join us.
This is Book Takeaways, the professional growth podcast.
And remember, the future belongs to people who learn to collaborate intelligently. Keep growing.